Before we start our presentation, we'd like to play a clip related to the topic we're talking about today.
The planet is going to be wrecked. People are just being rude to it. They throw trash on the ground. They cut down trees. They make forests into places, into roads. They need to think about what they are doing, what they are doing to the planet, what they are doing to animals. They are being so bad. I could just call them dumb people.
Do you remember the first sentence the distressed boy uttered? The planet is going to be wrecked. A sentiment shared by most of the world's youth regarding our climate, a phenomenon also known as eco anxiety.
But what is eco-anxiety? What are the causes? And why is it so important for us? My name is Elsa, with my partner Zavian. For the next few minutes, let us introduce you to the troubling distress, that is, eco-anxiety.
So, according to a study on the intersection of climate change and youth mental health in Indonesia by the Medical Journal of Indonesia, eco anxiety is defined as a term that apprehends the experience of anxiety related to environmental crises.
It is also defined as the phenomenon of society becoming more aware of the existing and future concerns related to the global warming.
But to better illustrate what we mean by it, we'd like to invite you to an exercise. So, I need you all to close your eyes and try to imagine your future. Imagine your graduation day. Imagine the day you gain a stable profession doing the things that you love, and perhaps finding the people that you love, and getting married, having children, and being financially independent and stable, and all is well. Try to keep that thought in your head. Think of it as if it were your memory. Now, open your eyes and look at the articles here.
Forest fires in Riau province in Sumatra have burned over 1,000 hectares since the start of 2026. In 2025, more than 1,170 lives have been lost from the North and West Sumatra and Aceh floods. Extreme weather in 2026 triggers floods and landslides. These are just three examples of events that have occurred in Indonesia recently. Now imagine other events that have happened worldwide, the events that occurred last year, last month, right now.
Now, I'd like you to recall the imagination that we exercised previously after you've all seen these articles. How do you feel? Worried? Hopeless? Anxious? Now, this is just a snippet of what eco anxiety feels like.
Next, we'd like to show you how this phenomenon might occur. From the start, there's a climate change, shifts in temperatures and weather patterns, primarily driven by human activities like burning fossil fuels and many others.
Next is the natural disasters and resources scarcity from floods, heat waves, forest fires, and many others that we've shown in the articles previously are caused by and causes climate change.
Next one is slow policy responses. the seemingly ignorance and unresponsive tone by policymakers.
and worsened by potential mental disorders or other benign mental disorders or and distresses that piles up together.
The last one is widespread anxiety, or the feeling of helplessness that we've just explained before, being shared by multiple people that affects their normal livelihoods.
Now, even worse, this condition is often experienced by young people, our youth, from 18 to 24 years old. They're still in various stages of their development and perhaps have limited power or knowledge to mitigate or avoid such stress.
This is especially worrisome when all know that our youth, people like you and me, are the future of our generations. We are the pioneers of change, but as we can see here, this demographic is in critical conditions due to the existence of eco-anxiety.
Now, this is why it is so important to recognize the existence of eco anxiety. First, to understand that it is the experiences of anxiety related to environmental crises. Second, to recognize the causes from the disasters, slow responses from policymakers, and other mental disorders that leads to this widespread anxiety. And lastly, to know that we are biggest sufferer of this invisible epidemic. Because through this knowledge, we can identify the problem and hopefully manage ourselves out of it.
And before we end our presentations, we'd like to ask you, our audience, to recognize if you are part of this phenomenon and to believe that you are not alone. Ask around, talk with each other, and try to understand that with each other we can change the world for the better. We can stop eco anxiety from spreading to our future children and grandchildren.
Now, that ends our presentation. If you have any questions, please feel free to do so. Thank you.